We have to tell the story of the Dortmund game chronologically because it is quite unbelievable, really. So Dortmund go to Stuttgart. Stuttgart team fighting against relegation. A Stuttgart team who've been showing some signs of life under Sebastian Hoeneß, especially in the last couple of games, but still massive underdogs, and especially underdogs after they find themselves 2-0 down after 33 minutes. Sebastian Haller and Daniel Marlin with some really good goals. And to make things worse, Konstantinos Mavropanos, the Greek defender, is sent off. So Stuttgart 2 goals down and 1 man down at the break. And that's how it is until about 12 minutes from time. And then Koulibaly scores for Dortmund. Sorry, I'm talking about, there's 2 Koulibalys on the pitch at this point. So Koulibaly scores for Stuttgart. And then Wanyuman scores for Stuttgart as well to get the equalizer in the 84th minute. But no, Dortmund, they come back. Giovanni Reina with what everyone thinks is the winner, only for Silas to come back and snatch an equalizer in the 97th minute. 3-3. And Edin Terzic, I think, summed it up beautifully, Christoph, when he said, we thought we'd already seen the most stupid thing this season when we were 2-0 up against Werder Bremen and conceded 3 more goals from the 80th minute onwards. But this, he felt, topped it. I mean, what is going on with this Dortmund team?
Yeah. Even
you're lost for words, I see.
No. Edin Terzic, who'd been very protective about his team, who had been an advocate for his team, who had defended his team, and for good reason, as we could see, after the winter break or after this World Cup break, they came back much stronger. They are still the team in the Bundesliga that in the second part of the season had got the most points. But there is something within this. I don't like to what kind of metaphors can we use for it? I don't want to use this metaphor that has to do with illnesses, like there is a virus in the Borussia Dortmund team or so. But it feels like it feels like as if there is somewhere deep in this team there is this virus to relax too early, to lose concentration, to take things too lightly, and that you're not focused enough. And so, yeah, I mean, they are not champions. I mean, they are a very good team, but they are no champions. I mean, we're looking to find the German champion, and I think they're lacking this kind of champions material because they are not football-wise. They are not the best team. They and if you're not the best footballing team, you have to have something extra. You have to have a certain energy, and they showed it a bit in the this year already. But deep down, there is something wrong with this team. And I think they need to, when it comes to next season, they need to add another sort of players. And I mean, there were a lot of Borussia Dortmund were fiercely frustrated, especially about Marco Reus, because in the build-up of this third goal from Stuttgart that you described, he was not really helping his team to defend. He was like very relaxed, jogging backwards. It's not the reason for this goal, but it showed something, and a lot of Borussia supporter picked on it, and I mean, he is the captain of the team. He is one of the best paid players. We're talking about to extend his contract, and where they want to pay him half what he gets until now. So I don't know. What do you think about it? About this this Borussia Dortmund team? And I ask you a question. My impression is it's something similar going on with Bayern Munich. Actually, they are. It's the problems we see at Bayern are not seem to be not so different from what we see by Borussia Dortmund. But what do you think?
Well, it could also be just a question of quality. You know, they had to bring on Soumaila Koulibaly, the 19-year-old defender, when Mats Hummels came off in the second half. And it was Koulibaly just completely missing a clearance. If he hits the ball anywhere, left, right, up, down, they don't concede. And we're talking about this great character that Dortmund have shown about coming back and winning the game. And that is a sign of a true champion. You know, they concede, but they find a way. And it's just that one bad kick. It reminds me so much of the mistake that Thorsten Fink made before the first goal for Man United, where he slices the ball and it comes back. If he just hits that ball, then nothing happens. Bayern win the Champions League. There's no trouble. There's no Ferguson, the best ever. So, but yes, of course, it does feed into this wider story that we've seen from Dortmund. Less so this year than in recent years. They have been more resilient. I also think that the addition of players like Özcan and Riasson has made it different. I think they play with a bit more character. There's a bit more balance, but it's maybe still not enough. And this felt like a defeat.
Yeah,
because of in a way, nothing's happened, and maybe in a few days' time they will say, look, there's no point now being demoralized and killing ourselves because we still have an incredible chance with 6 games to go. We're only 2 points behind Bayern, and they stumbled, we stumbled, but you know, we have a great chance next week, for example, when we have Frankfurt at home and Bayern travel to Mainz. Mainz unbeaten in 9 games, really tough place to go to, really awkward team to play at the moment. So let's not try to be too negative. But yeah, if you throw it away like this, especially being one man up for 60 minutes or so, I mean,
yeah,
it does feel very stupid.